Welcome back to Sideline Story. I'm Yang Guan. History will remember April 26, 2026, when Sebastian Sawe crossed the finish line at London Marathon in 1 hour, 59 minutes and 30 seconds, shattering the 2-hour barrier in an official record-eligible marathon race for the first time in history.
So excited today, running a world record in London and find it here. I think is something not to be forgotten, be something to be remembered. It will remain in my mind forever.
The performance was extraordinary not only for its historic implications, but for the sheer physical audacity it demanded. Between 35 and 40 kilometers, Sawe covered the segment in 13 minutes and 42 seconds, a sustained pace equivalent to a 1 hour 55 minutes 40-second marathon over that stretch. His final 2.2 kilometers were run at what would be a 1 hour 52-minute marathon pace. The second half of the race, 59 minutes and 1 second, was the fastest ever recorded in a marathon, faster than many elite half-marathon performances. He didn't merely break the barrier, he ran through it accelerating. This achievement raises a harder question than Sawe's bullet time race. If the 2-hour ceiling was real and the 2-hour ceiling is now history, what is the actual physiological limit of human marathon? For much of the 2010s, exercise physiologists widely regarded the 2-hour marathon as the ceiling for human endurance, a barrier so biologically secure that it was projected to stand for decades. The best models in the early 2000s, grounded in maximal oxygen uptake, lactate threshold, and running economy, put the theoretical lower bound somewhere around 157.58 to 158.05. The underlying reasoning was straightforward. Maintaining 21.1 kilometers per hour for 42.195 kilometers pushes the human engine to its limits. Sustaining that intensity for that long is near the absolute boundary of what the cardiorespiratory system can manage. But Sawe's performance illustrated that physiology doesn't operate in isolation. In 2026, a robust meta-analysis of 14 trials confirmed that carbon-plated running shoes improve running economy by approximately 2 to 3% on flat terrain, translating to a roughly 1% improvement in marathon performance. That adjustment is small on paper. In the context of a 2-hour race, it translates to more than a minute off the clock. Sawe's shoes weighed under 100 grams, a striking demonstration of how material science now directly shapes the boundary of human endurance. Science and technology certainly changed the game, pushing the boundaries further. From oxygen consumption metrics to shoe foam formulations, wind speed, humidity, and course logistics, the marathon has become a calculated endeavor, like Formula One. Every second, if not every 0.1 seconds, counts. But at the end of the day, it's runners who hit the finish line, not scientists. It was once projected that humans could never run 100 meters in under 10 seconds, yet here we are. Sometimes the human limit is not a model on a lab computer, but something that lives in the body itself and in the sport we play. Let's go back to London and look at the podium finishes. Sawe first, Yumif Kyaocha in second, Jacob Kiplimo in third. All three broke the old world record. 2 of them broke 2 hours. Just imagine if Sawe had been running alone with no chasers in sight. Would he have still done it? Probably not. Let's listen to what he had to say recording the final part of the race.
40 kilometers was the point where I realized I'm not going to win because my colleague from Ethiopia was so competitive, and when he drops back, and that's where I realized now I'm going to defend my title.
Yes, he thought he was going to lose. He had to maintain his speed or even pick it up, and so did his opponent, Kyaocha. It was a race about who would drop first. Turns out, we got 2 winners. So yes, everything starts with biology, then technology. Maybe those two determine what the ceiling is. But competition, the head-to-head battle, is what determines whether runners actually reach or even approach that ceiling. I guess that's the charm of sports. Here's my take, and I'd love you to chew on it. The physical limit for the marathon probably exists, but it's further out than we think. 155, 152, maybe, but it's definitely not a number you get from a lab computer. It's on the course. Just a week before Sawe broke 2 hours, a humanoid robot in Beijing ran a half marathon in 50 minutes and 26 seconds, beating the human half marathon world record by nearly 7 minutes. People might think, there it is, machines win again, they will rule. So why did we cry watching Sawe? Why did any of us care? Because robots are calculable. They don't feel their lungs burn. They don't wake up at 4 a.m. with a torn hamstring, whispering 1 more mile. When a robot crosses a finish line, its screen says, task complete. When Sawe crossed, his body said, I just don't want to quit. That's it for this episode of Sideline Story. Thanks for listening. Put your comments on this historic human achievement wherever you listen to us. Don't forget to subscribe to Sideline Story so you don't miss our shows. Until next time, stay on the sidelines with us. I'm Yang Guang. Take care.